hear all the construction noises outside. They're tearing down the house, I guess. This is my friend Jessie. I'm going to go over for the sales team how to take measurements just in kind of a general basic way. There's this sheet here that will be in the manual, and there's a list of explanations for all the different measurements in the manual along with this sheet. So between those two things you should be able to get a comprehensive idea of measurements. The goal here is basically build a 3D model of the body out of clothes. So once you have all these measurements, you ought to be able to do that. Well, not you, but the alterations team. So we're going to start with circumference measurements, and the way that you go about that, you're going to kind of start from the top and go down. So we'll do neck, bust, under bust, waist, abdomen, and hip. And it's all the same way, but there's a mirror right here. Oh, Sia, this is my dog. Sia, go to bed. Good girl. I have a mirror right here that you guys can't see, and the important thing about that is that for a measurement like the neck, it's going to sit on Jessie's shoulders, so I wouldn't need the mirror so much, and I just measure fairly snugly, 13 inches, in case you're wondering. But when it comes to the lower measurements where there's nothing holding the tape up, if I don't have a mirror there, I can't see the opposite side of Jessie's body. So if I'm just looking from here, slightly, there we go. If I were just looking at this side of her body, I wouldn't be able to tell what's happening on the other side. So it could be down, not that much probably. It could be off level. I wouldn't know if it were perpendicular to the floor or not. But this way, I can look in the mirror and see that it's parallel to the floor, which is what I want. So that's great. And then I just continue to go down the body to the different points where I need to get the measurements. And then for other measurements, you're generally going to use anchor points that you've already established, like for the neck to get center fronts, center backs. You'll use where you took the measurement for the neck, and you'll measure to where you measured for the waist. So a lot of people will do strings or elastic, or even mark with chalk. If you're doing a more formal thing, you guys don't have to do that. But you're going to be using those reference points that you already got. And other than that, you're going to use different skeletal points. Like for example, the shoulder point that's referred to right here. This is point right at the end of the collarbone and the shoulder bones, right here. And then the center front, there's the clavicle right here. That's where you want to be referencing. Same for the back. The sort of bone right here at the top of the spine, the base of the neck. And elbow point, same thing. The prominent bone here, the prominent wrist bone. For length, the ankle bone. So use the skeleton as the guide for your other points. So you're using the reference points that you got from taking your circumference measurements, and then also the bones of the skeleton for the rest of them. So between this video and the sheet and the instructions in the manual, it should be pretty clear. We're very focused on the bodice since we're doing almost 100% dresses. So the only lower body measurements you're going to take are really going to be lengths from the waist measurement down the side to get lengths for the skirts. And other than that, we're just trying to establish the upper body and the arm, because one of our major alterations that we do, or custom pieces that we do, are sleeves. So using I already said this, but using the measurement sheet and the instructions in the manual, you should be totally good to get everything that the alterations team would need to build anything they need to build.